Hey, this is Robert here again at Guzzi Fabrication. Now, I've put together a great video for all of my hot rod guys and gals out there. 1959 F100 restomod. Wait until you hear this thing fire up. And yes, this thing runs just as good as it looks. Okay, so I've got a ton of stuff packed into this video. I'm going to walk you through the full build of this resto mod, show you what we've done. What we haven't done is any paint work and no body work. Okay, so we're going to start with the 347 stroker motor that we installed in this thing. Now this thing has a C6 from TCI transmission that's built. We'll put that behind it. That's the drivetrain. Suspension. We're going to be installing an entire Mustang II front suspension in this. It's an IFS. Then out back, we're going to be installing a 4-link with a 9-inch Ford. Now originally this truck came with a 9-inch Ford, but we've got a later model 9-inch Ford that we're going to be mounting into this and putting a 350 geared positive track unit with it. Okay, here's a shot of the interior. So we're also doing a complete rewiring of this vehicle. Gauges. We've installed a stereo system, HVAC system, and we're going to be upgrading the entire brake system. Love that steering wheel, man. Yeah, when I saw that, it's like, that's the steering wheel. Okay, we're going to start with showing you the finish out pictures of the Mustang II front suspension. Okay, so originally this truck had come with a front I-beam and drum brakes. Well, you can see the rack and pinion steering now, upgrade. Disc brakes, lower and upper tubular control arms, as well as a front sway bar. Yeah, this is a huge upgrade from the stock configuration. And here's a shot from the backside. Now what we're also going to be doing is boxing the frame rails. We're going to show you that. Then we're going to be removing the entire frame and sending it out powder coating as well as everything else. Now in the video we'll show we've mocked up the entire truck. Then we blow it all apart and get everything powder coated. And now we're going to move towards the back, show you what we've done out back. And here is that 4-link installation that we did, as well as you can see that Ford 9-inch with a 350 geared positive track unit we installed. Yeah, that'll motivate this truck really nicely. Now originally the fuel tank was behind the driver's seat. We relocated it underneath an aluminum unit, and we moved our gas filler to right there. Yeah, there's a shot of that aluminum tank. Another shot of the 4-link setup. Yeah, this project went really well. And the star of the show, 347. Actually it's a 351 Windsor that's been stroked to 347. Here are all of the front suspension, rear suspension, steering components, and our sway bar. Like I mentioned, we're doing all of the brake system, upgrading that. And here is the rear axle housing. Now we've already switched those brackets. We're going to be showing that also. And there is the center section. That came from Speedway. We buy a lot of parts from Speedway. Really good outfit to deal with. And here's that wiring kit. Now the instructions were so nice, man. I went down and I had them laminated. Yeah, yeah, we'll keep those. As well as installing new gauges, billet bezel, new white face gauges. We'll be getting those wired up. Now, before we reassemble the truck, this is kind of midway point through. I want to show you everything that we've done, the drivetrain, the suspension, the powder coating, all of that before we assemble everything. And we've got the mini starter. We installed headers on this. Now this 347 engine, it's from Blueprint. And man, that is an awesome company. I suggest you check them out for if you're interested in buying any type of crate motor, Ford, Chevy. I think they do Mopar, I'm not sure. And here's a shot of that 4-link all installed. Now we don't have the axles in yet or the brake system, but that's it after we built it, after it came back from powder coat. And then again, there's our aluminum fuel tank mounted and ready to go. The online store is open. We have all of the specialty tools, supplies, consumables to make the repairs on your projects go fast and easy. The link is in the description. Okay, that was the finish out. Now we're at day one. We're getting that motor pulled out of there. And we're lowering and getting out of the way the front suspension. Now this is the video for the boxing the frame rails. It's very in depth. I'll put the link in the description. We're gonna kind of go over this. We'd have a 2-hour video if I put everything, all of the information in here. So we're gonna kind of jump and skip and show you the highlights on some of this stuff. But if you want to see the in-depth videos from this point forward, there are 3 of them. The links are in the description. Okay, we've got the plate on there and we are MIG welding because we want build. Okay, and you'll notice the way we set this thing up. We're not making those, we didn't set those plates flush to each other. We left some room to get a good weld and so that we could come back and then reshape this frame rail to make it look factory. Yeah, we want to do a really nice job on every step. And in the video, I'll show you all the steps that it takes to dress down and finish out the metalwork. And you can see this is coming along really nicely. Now we're finishing that off with some 60 grit on a 8-inch orbital sander. That is the boxed frame rail now. And that's where our motor is gonna, all our mounts are gonna attach to. Now, this is the video for the Mustang II front suspension installation. Link in the description. Started out with leveling the frame at 2 degrees because we want that rake, account for that rake, but we are going to set our Mustang II cross member at 0. And I'll show you what I mean. We're getting all the measurements laid out. Very important. We want to find the correct position so that the wheels look correct visually in the wheel opening. You got to be careful. Some of these kits, they will give you measurements and they're correct, but the wheel may not look centered in the wheel opening. Yeah, don't want to make that mistake. So to avoid that, We're going to get everything tacked into place. Then we're going to mock up everything. We're going to put this front suspension completely together. Now, we don't have to install the springs at this point. Yeah, this is a really nice kit. Getting that spindle assembly installed. And yeah, this is the correct procedure. This is how you want to do something like this. You want to tack it all into place, then install everything, because you don't want to go through the powder coating or especially weld everything up and then later figure out when the final assembly comes, oh man, yeah, this isn't right, this doesn't fit. Yeah, don't want to do that. Cheap insurance, mock it all up. Yeah, it's a little bit of extra time. Just follow the steps. Do things correctly, man. Do them. Take your time. Do them correctly. It's going to pay off huge on the backside. Promise. Yeah, that one little problem can really set you back a lot. And we did all that to do this. Now our wheel is in the correct position. We've done everything right. Move on. Here is the video for the 4-link installation. Very important. Before you pull out the rear axle, you want to find the center line so that we can mark the frame. That way we know where our new axle and suspension is going to rest. And we're just getting that all marked out. That's our center line. That's where the axle, when we install the new axle, it should go right there. Okay, now this is the installation of the mount for the coilovers, getting our 4-link arms into place. And they are adjustable. Always get adjustable ones. Okay, here's our Ford 9-inch. This came out of a 70 Ford F100, getting those mounts cut off. Now in this video, or in the video that is in the link in the description, the full video, I should say, yeah, I run through all of the steps on installation of this rear suspension, including getting all of this cut out, how to set it up, because we have to install new mounts. I'll show you how to finish out the metal work. Now this is the flap disc, and that's like the first step. Now we'll go through a couple of more steps and we'll make this axle tube look like it's never had any mounts on it. Start fresh. And then that way we can get our coilover mount mounted. And they have to be at a certain degree. And we'll run over all that in the video. Okay, getting this thing mocked into place. This is a really straightforward type of rear suspension. Really functional, really adjustable. Now, the only thing I would add is you really want to have the 4-link arms that have the adjusters on both ends. That was the only thing I didn't like about this particular kit. I didn't catch that when I ordered it. Usually, I always order them that way. Not a huge deal, but a nice plus. Now, we want to make sure that this thing is square. We don't want that thing shifted to one side. The axle tube, yeah, that won't work out for us. Okay, there it is, installed. Very happy with it. Frame is coming out to powder coat. We've got it back from powder coat, installed the frame. Now drivetrain. Going through, torquing everything, checking off the list, making sure we're doing everything right. Getting our accelerator installed, accelerator pedal linkage. And here is the brakes and wiring. And we've got those gauges all wired up. Now we've got our chrome steering column installed, all of that hooked up to the Mustang II suspension on the rack and pinion. Totally lost my thought train for a second. Anyway, you can see what we're doing. Everything's going beautifully, man. This truck, the guy picked it up yesterday. He was beside himself. Okay, here's the installation of that column. Yeah, and we put new carpet in for the gentleman also. We didn't recover the seat. But like I said, no paint, no body. Thank God. Okay, so here is the linkage getting set up, the steering linkage. And we had to go through a couple set of headers to get the correct ones. But we found them. It looked great. Everything clears. We're good to go. Hey, go check out the store, GuzziFabrication.store. It has everything that you need to make your life so much better and your projects go fast and easy. The link is in the description. Share the video, like the video, leave some comments. And hey, as always, thank you for watching and supporting my channel.